Hello, everyone. It is Stacy with the Stacy Jill Foundation, and today we are going to talk about changing your life in 6 months. The 6-month plan. Are you ready to have a seat on the couch? All right, let's do it. Changing your life in 6 months is not going to be easy. There are going to be changes. There are going to be deletions. There are going to be additions. There's going to be hard work. There's going to be more sleep. There's going to be less sleep. You're going to have to really be in tune with what it is you're doing and get rid of all the distractions, which is social media and friends that aren't being helpful. You're going to have to be mindful of this process. And if you are, this process will work for you. So I have 16 things that I'm going to help you with change your life in 6 months. Number 1, be very clear on what you want, because clarity is power. You can sit around and say, I want to lose weight. You have to say, I want to lose 15 pounds by December 1st. Otherwise, you could lose a pound, you could lose 10 pounds. You're not really focused on it. You're just saying it. You have to be clear. If you want to buy a house, it's not like, oh, I'm going to get to buying a house someday. It has to be, I want to buy a house by January 30th. You have to be very clear. Number 2, the philosophy of life, how you handle things and the consistency in which you do them every day. You have to get up and be grateful to be able to do these things. You have to understand that the things that you do, you have to be consistent and work on them every single day. It is not something you could do once a week or once a month and think that you're going to have any expectable outcome or any successful outcome if you're not working and being consistent. And when it comes to philosophy of life, don't nag yourself about doing it. Oh God, I have to get up and work out at the gym today. I want to lose 15 pounds. No, you get to wake up and go to the gym and work out today. You get to do the things that you want to do. If you're starting a business, if you're letting go of people, if you're trying to get a new job, you get to do those things. You have to think of it in a positive aspect so that you will want to do them. Number 3, the power of association. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, which means you either are going to be really great or you're going to be not so great, depending on your group of people. If the 5 people you hang out with don't do anything and you're like, oh God, they never do anything, guess what you're doing? Absolutely nothing. So you have to increase time with those who inspire you, and you have to decrease time with those who despire you. If they are not doing what you're willing to do, you are not going to change them. They are only going to be able to change themselves. So you have to judge your time with them wisely. Number 4, keep track. Journal, keep notes. Know that direction matters. Making a 6-month plan is not going to be easy, and you're going to have to keep track of it so that you can make sure that you're moving forward. You don't want to have tasks that are not getting done and you're not keeping track of that. You don't want to feel like once you hit the 6-month mark, you didn't accomplish anything because you weren't tracking how things were going. If you're saving money and you're supposed to save $5,000 within 6 months and you're trying to change your whole financial situation, well, guess what? You need to know how much you need to save every month for 6 months in order to meet that goal. And if 1 month goes by and you didn't meet that goal, what's happening? Are you spending more than you should? Did you not make enough? Should you be out doing extra work to make more money? What is it that you need to do to create that task and keep track of it? Number 5, personal development. The power of investment, reading, seminars, conferences, and all that good jazz. When I went to ASU, I learned a lot. But when I started working for myself, I learned even more. I feel like when it's time for people to really build and grow, they feel like school is the only option. But school is not the only option. You can read books, you can go to seminars, you can attend conferences, you can invest in situations that are going to bring you closer to your goals. Personal development is not just going to school and getting a degree. You can listen to podcasts. I get up every morning and listen to a motivational video. It has nothing to do with me having a sense of, oh, I have an education, I don't need to learn anymore. No, it's what else can I absorb? What else can I gain from this? What else can I learn to put forth in my business? Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. It's weird because people will spend $100 on dinner and not want to spend $100 on a book or a course or a convention and think, why are they not growing? Well, it's because you're putting all your money into entertainment. You're not really putting any money into your personal development. Number 6, the miracle of increments. Small changes every day make change. You don't do one big thing. Okay, I'm going to the gym today, work out for 4 hours, and then you're like, great, I'm done for the month. No, you want to go to the gym multiple times a week for maybe an hour a day, maybe 45 minutes a day until you build yourself up, and then it's a routine. You want to make sure that the small changes you're doing are things that are going to benefit you. You don't want to try to do something big because that one thing is not going to make a big difference. You have to break it down into small decisions every day so that pretty soon it becomes routine. At the end of the day, if you are eating healthy, just eating a salad one day is not going to change your whole eating concept. You're going to be like, yep, I ate a salad. But if you start eating vegetables daily and start drinking more water and start, your meals, then guess what? That becomes a routine. And in 6 months, you'll be eating healthy. You will have changed your lifestyle. You will have changed that habit. If you go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, instead of sitting down watching TV shows or scrolling on your phone, guess what? Now you have a habit of working out. You're healthier in that aspect. If you're saving money, instead of going out to eat, or instead of hanging out with friends, or instead of just buying anything random that you feel like, oh, I like this, it's on sale, your financial stability starts to grow. You have to be able to do small bits so that you start seeing the big impact. Number 7, the power of goals that scare you. Because guess what? If you're not setting goals that don't scare you and you're just able to breeze through and meet every goal, you're not making your goals high enough. You're making them just enough to where you're able to accomplish them. But what is that doing for you? You're still going to be doing the same thing in 6 months. If you set goals that scare you, you're going to work towards them more because you're like, I don't have time to waste. I have to focus on them. If you break them, you just put them into smaller activities. So let's just say I have a big goal. I'm going to be honest with you. I want to have a building in 6 months. So if I want to have a building in 6 months, I don't have time to sit around and watch movies and play games and go out with friends. I have to find a building. I have to get the money for the building. I have to make sure that everything is lined up and working and ready. I have things I have to accomplish, and it's not one big thing. I am breaking it down to where, okay, I have to save this much money. I have to go out 3 days a week and actually look for a building. I have to spend 2 hours a day, where buildings are rented or leased. I have to do something in order to make that happen. I have a goal. I have something I'm trying to achieve. If you have a goal of saving, you're going to make sure that you're saving so much every single paycheck or every month to make sure that that goal is accomplished. You have to have a goal. Number 8, the power of environment. Now, this is actually really, really important because who you are around, where you are, establishes inspiration. Your environment will either motivate you or destroy you. Make sure that if you're in your home, you clean up, you organize, you create a space that will energize you. You do not want to be in a place where you look around and everything is dirty or needs to be placed or out of place, and all you can think about is cleaning up or putting stuff up, and then you never do it, and you're sitting down watching TV thinking this place needs to be cleaned, and your creativity is not working because all you're worried about is the space you're in. Your energy is not directed towards what the goal is. Your energy is directed towards something that's more negative. So what you have to do is make sure you clean up. If you're in a space that doesn't actually give you inspiration, say you live with people, go to a library, go to a coffee shop, go to another house, go to a park, do something that's going to inspire you and allow you to be in an environment where you're motivated. Number 9, the power of standards. These will either rise up in your life or you're going to drop down to meet those standards. It's all in how you look at it. If your standards are very low, guess what? You're going to work and be motivated in a very low status. If your standards are very high, guess what? You're going to work and be motivated in a very high standard. And that's with work. That's with your income. That's with life. If you allow people to walk all over you because you are like, well, I don't have anything else to do. These are my friends. I don't want to go and surf the one or two friends that I have. Your standards are low. If you are not allowing things to happen and you're setting boundaries and you are gaining good friends and you're gaining people that respect your opinions and your boundaries, then you start seeing a different side of yourself. If you're at work and you have very low standards, it's like, I'm in this position. I don't want to go anywhere. I've been in this position for 10 years. I don't want to do anything different. Guess what? That's the standard of the life that you have. Don't complain about not making more money or not being able to have more vacation time or doing anything if you're not willing to change. But if you're at work and you're like, oh, there's a open, I'm going to go ahead and apply for that. Or this manager left, I'm going to go ahead and apply for that. Those are the standards that you're setting in your life. You want to grow, even in income. If you're like, I'm $25 an hour, it gets me by, I'm fine, I don't have to worry about, pays the bills, I don't need much. That's the standard of life that you're setting. But if you're like, look, $25 is cool, but this is not going to satisfy me for the rest of my life. I need my own company. I need my own office. I need this or I need that. Then you're going to start thinking outside the box. What can I do to get a higher position? What can I do to own my own company? What can I do to elevate my salary and make more money? Am I sitting back on my hands and allowing this $25 to rule my life? Or am I going to get out of my comfort zone and do something different? Your standards set the way for how you live. They set the tone. So you have to demand more for yourself and others in order to live the life that you want to live. Your standards are setting the tone. Every day you get up, those standards are setting the tone for how your day is going to be, how your life is going to be. And guess what? For years to come, not just 6 months. So you need to make sure that you're setting your standards high so that others see that. And so you can develop how you want to develop and grow how you want to grow. Number 10, daily rituals. Establish that support your growth. Wake up early, learn something, connect to others who are like-minded. Make sure that you are doing things that is allowing you to grow. If your daily rituals are to get up and scroll on Instagram for an hour, you've already lost an hour of your day to absolutely nothing. If you are getting up and you think, oh, I'm going to lay in the bed for my extra hour and just lay and stare at the ceiling, you've already lost an hour of doing absolute nothing. But if you get up early, at least an hour earlier than you normally do, get yourself together, meditate a little bit, look at your goals, look at what you have planned for the day and kind of that's going to work for you. You are already ahead of the game because you're already expecting to have a certain type of a day. Then if you throw in learning something, guess what? It doesn't matter if it's a podcast. It doesn't matter if you're reading 5 pages or 10 pages in a book. It doesn't matter if you're listening to something motivational. You're adding that in to your daily dose of and in doing that, you are slowly but surely enhancing what you offer. So let's just say you are a school teacher and you're learning different things. You have a degree, you already have the job, but guess what? Now you're taking courses on something else that can enhance side things you can do to teach, or even at a university, or as a professor, or even opening up your own coaching business. There are so many things you can do as you learn and you grow. And then if you connect with like-minded others, guess what? You're around a group of people that feel the same way you do. They want to grow, they want to build, and you guys are going to start to inspire people. Number 11, accountability. Find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group. This is actually really important. And I'm not going to say it's easy because I have been looking for a group of people. I've started mastermind groups and ended them a few times. And it has nothing to do with the people that were in the groups. It was me. I feel like I have to reach a little higher to the people that I want to gain, because guess what? Mastermind groups are supposed to inspire. You can't be the only person giving information and people, or teaching people, or guiding people. You have to be able to get something in return as well. So when you form a mastermind group, I wouldn't make it more than 5 people. And I say that because You don't want to have it to where too many people are not getting a chance to speak, or you're not getting a chance to hear what they have to say. And it's overwhelming when it comes to having 10 to 15 people in a group and everybody has different opinions and mindsets on things. And you're your time battling instead of creating and inspiring. So get a mastermind group together with like-minded people. If you own a nonprofit, do nonprofit. If you own a small business, try small business. If you own company, that if you work you're a CEO or you're a manager or you just are who's trying to grow, build different groups of people that are like-minded. Number 12, the power of focus. Build habits that will save you for life, which means habits, not I'm motivated. Motivation wears off. You can be motivated one day and the next day you are totally out of it. You're like, I am not feeling it today. This is not for me. I'm not trying to do this. Guess what? Who cares if you're motivated? Get up and do it every day. Because just you don't feel like working out doesn't mean you're not supposed to get up and go work out. Just because you don't feel like reading a book doesn't mean you shouldn't be reading that book. Just because you don't feel like getting up and learning something new doesn't mean you're not supposed to get up and learn something new. If it is a habit for you, you're going to do it regardless. Just like getting up and brushing your teeth. You may not feel like it, but guess what? You're going to get up and do it anyway because it's a habit. It's something you know happen. It's an automatic thing. You get up and you do it. Make things habits so that you don't have to be motivated to do them. You have to be focused. You have to make sure that your habits are creating that you lack when you're not motivated. Number 13, the power of celebration. Celebrate your processes. Make sure that you are studying successful people. You're learning from those who have already achieved things, and you are celebrating the wins without the conversation. Meaning, people will go around and talk about what they're going to do all day long, and they never do it because the adrenaline that they get from telling people what they're going to do is enough. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you are getting that high from telling people what you're going to do. And then you never do it. It'll be years that go by and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But as long as you're telling people, you have that celebration, you have that high. But guess what? You need to be able to celebrate the actual wins, which means you are doing something. If you read a book and your goal is to read 10 books for the year and you've read a book, great. You don't have to go spend any money. You don't have to do anything but celebrate those wins. I read this book. I'm so glad I've learned something from this. Put it on the shelf, look at it, and grab the next one. But you have to be able to celebrate in a way that is not public, that is not demeaning, and that is not costing you any money. Because guess what? The celebration is you are gaining something from it. It is not, oh my God, I read a book. I'm going to go to treat myself to this $100 dinner. No, you read the book and now you can look back and say, this is what I've learned from this. This was an amazing experience. I've gained some new knowledge. Let me keep moving forward. Number 14, the power of contribution. Find ways to add value to other people's lives. It's really funny because when I was doing events, I felt like that was a great value to other people's lives. And I was like, I am here. This is a wedding. This is amazing. I am actually working and getting paid to do this. But I wasn't have any value. I felt like it was like a total waste of my knowledge. I wanted to help people. I wanted people to grow. I wanted people to build. And I wanted to do more than just a wedding. I wanted to do more than just help them celebrate their birthday. I wanted them to feel inspired. I wanted people to feel like they could do anything. I want people to feel inspired. I want people to feel like they can do anything. I want people to feel like life is not a battle every day, that there are wins, that there is growth, that eventually things can change. And so when I sat down and really thought about my life and what I was doing for others, I didn't feel like that was enough. I felt like there was more that needed to be done. And that's why the transition happened. And it's funny because when you sit back and think about your life and you're like, what am I doing to help other people? What am I doing to add to their lives? If you really can't answer that, then that's probably why you're not successful. Because at the end of the day, people want to feel something. It's not what you do for people, it's how they feel. Have you ever heard that saying, well, I can't remember what they did, but I remember how they made me feel? That is a very true statement, because if someone makes you angry, you remember that. If someone makes you happy, you remember that. You may not remember what they said. You may not remember what they did. You may not even remember who they were, but you remember that feeling. You're like, I met this girl at a mall one time and oh my God, she did this or said this and I felt so good. Those are the things that people want in order to feel motivated and inspired to move forward. So do something that is going to find a way to add value to other people's lives. Even if you're selling something, is it makeup? Is it lip gloss? Is it clothing? Is it inspiration? Is it coaching? Like, are you selling something that people are going to say, this makes me happy. This makes me feel good. This makes me smell good. This makes me feel like, makes me feel sexy. This clothing makes me feel intelligent, make sure that you are doing something to add value. Number 15, the power of decisiveness. Make decisions fast, but change them slowly. That's an entrepreneur's model. You have to be able to make a decision fast, but then change the process slowly. And the reason for that is because once you decide on what you're going to do, you start training, you start importing, you start making sure that everything that needs to be done is done before that change happens. You want to make sure that the process is okay and everybody's okay with learning it and you move forward. And that's even in your own life. If you're like, I'm no longer going to do this, I'm going to start doing this. You made that decision. Now you're going to check out what you need to do to make sure that that process works properly. That could be with even a gym. I decided I want to go to a gym. I looked up about 5 different gyms, 6 different gyms, and decided which one I wanted to go to. I got a free pass for all of them, worked out there to see if I liked the environment, and then decided on one. And that may seem like a lot, but guess what? I'm going to be spending my money. I'm going to be spending my time. It's my environment. It's who I'm going to meet. It's who I'm going to be around. So I wanted to make sure I made the right decision. So I made it fast, but I took my time to actually pick out the gym and go there. And it literally took me 2 months. It's the same thing with any type of career or life move, because that is what's going to allow you to build and grow and make the right decisions. Now, if you make a decision slow and change it fast, that's very bad, because guess what? It took you too long to make the decision, so you don't even know if it's the right one. And then you move it so fast that people are confused. They're overwhelmed. They feel like the process isn't going to work. They're not properly trained. It's just like if I would have said, okay, I'm going to go to EOS Fitness. And I decided to sign up, pay my money and commit to a membership. And then I decided to go check out Lifetime Fitness and I like it better. Now I have to go back to EOS Fitness and say, this is not what I want to do. I have to unsubscribe or membership, go to this new place and go register with them and then start there. And it's just a waste of time. So you want to make sure that you are making your decisions slow. You want to make sure you're making your decisions fast, but then you're moving it slow. Don't take all day to make a decision and then try to hurry up and process that. Number 16, gratitude. Be thankful for what you have and have accomplished, your challenges, your goals, and make sure you choose growth over everything. So gratitude is a big deal, because if you don't appreciate your car, you're not going to treat it well. If you don't appreciate your house, you're not going to keep it clean and organized. If you don't appreciate your job, you're going to do the bare minimum just to be there and get what you get. But if you appreciate your car, you're going to keep it clean. You're going to put gas in it. You're going to keep it oiled and tuned up. You're going to keep that car in good running condition. And guess what? That car is going to work for you. If you have a house that's clean and organized and you're able to prosper and be inspired in that house, you're going to learn and do more in that house. If you have a job where you may not like it, but you're still going in and doing the work and you're grateful for it because it helps you pay the bills, you're going to learn a way to get out of that job. You're either going to move up that ladder or you're going to move out that door. But either way, you're grateful for what you've learned there, for the people that you've met there. And you're going to also appreciate that you were able to pay your bills while you were there. So for the next 6 months of your life, these are going to help you. And here's what we're going to break down. We're going to break it down by health, by wealth, by your career path, by your circle, by your mastermind group. So in order to do that, health, Times are you going to work out? How much weight are you trying to lose? Are you trying to gain? Are you trying to lose anything? Are you just trying to, or are you also trying to eat better? Are you also trying to make sure that your lifestyle is changing in that aspect? Break it down with each one of those goals, all 16, for just health. Then go to wealth. I actually want to make sure I'm saving the 10% out of my paycheck, and I want to add more to savings, and I want to invest. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing. I have a money book. I don't know if you guys have that money book where you put like $1 then $2 and all the way up to, dollar bill goals. On top of that, saving and all of that. So I'm actually also attending conferences and trying to network with people. So the wealth that I am gaining is going to be more than just financial. It's going to be actual knowledge too. So health, wealth, and then career path. Do you want to stay where you're at? Do you want to grow? Do you want to open your own business? Do you want to be a manager or a CEO? What is it that you want to do in your career path? And do baby steps to figure out what's going to help you get to that level. Some people want to write a book. Some people want to be a whole career. They no longer want to work in their field. They want a whole new career. They may have to go back to school. All of this is in your career path, and you have to do all 16 steps for each thing. So health, wealth, career path. Now, your circle, your small circle, I should say. These are people who are going to help you in this process. They're like-minded. They want to see you elevate. They want to see you grow. And you should make this small circle 5 people or less. And this is not the mastermind group. This is just your small, intimate circle. Right now, you have to stay focused. You don't have time to hang out with 15 different people every month because they want to go to this party or they want to go to this event or they want to do this, especially October, the holidays are coming up. You got to go here. You want to go there. There's a family event. There's this, there's that. You're going to have to get grounded, and you're going to have to make sure that the people that you are dealing with are also going to be on that same mindset. They may not be doing a 6-month plan, but they want to see you grow. They want to see you benefit. So they know that you're saving money. They know that you're working out. They know that you're learning something new. You don't have a lot of time in your day to do the things that you used to do. Everybody has 24 hours in their day, but guess what? Some people are getting up and spending an hour reading, an hour working out, an hour doing this, an hour doing that. They don't have all the free time that they used to have because they're focusing on their goals. They're focusing on getting their body right, getting their finances right. Some people may get another job or work 2 jobs to save up to get that financial goal. Whatever it is, you have to be motivated and driven to do it. And you can't have a big circle of people pulling you every which way to do that. And you can't listen to the negativity that they're going to give you, because they are going to give you negativity because you're no longer hanging out with them, or you're no longer spending every time that you can with them because you're working on your goals. And lastly, the mastermind group. Find 5 people that are like-minded, that are not a part of your small circle, that you can meet with every month during this 6 months to have accountability, to make sure that you guys are motivating each other, driving each other, giving each other ideas, inspiring each other. You want to make sure that during this 6 months, you are meeting with them once a month to make sure that life is lifing, but you're also building, growing, and becoming healthier. So I know this was a lot to take in, and I'm going to go back over each one really quickly and just make sure you are fully understanding it. Number 1, be very clear on what you want, because clarity is power. Number 2, have a positive philosophy to life. You need to be able to understand that nothing's going to be perfect, but how you look at things, how you direct things, how you are consistent with things makes a big difference. Number 3, the power of association. Increase time with those who inspire you and decrease time with those who despire you. Number 4, keep track. Journal, keep note, look at your calendar, whatever you have to do to make sure that you're staying on track with your goals. If you want to work out 4 days a week, make sure your calendar says you're working out 4 days a week. Number 5, personal development. Invest in something. Go to a seminar, go to a conference, read. If you're not able to go to conferences and seminars right away, get a book. Read 10 pages a day. Read 5 pages a day. Just make sure that you are learning and you are growing. Number 6, the miracle of increments. Do small things every day to get to that big goal. It doesn't have to be something outrageous, but guess what? You want to do something every single day that's going to allow you to get to your goal. Number 7, the power of goals. Set goals. Make sure that those goals scare you enough to get busy right now because you feel like you don't have time to waste. Number 8, the power of environment. Clean up your space. Make sure it's neat. Make sure it's tidy. Make sure you're inspired. If you can't, go somewhere else. A library, a bookstore, whatever. Number 9, the power of standards. Make sure that your standards rise, because if you don't have them rise, you're going to be able to stay right where you are. You're not going to do anything in 6 months because your standards have not made you rise. You're okay with that job. You're okay with that $25 an hour. But now if you want $50 an hour, you got to get on the grind. You got to learn some things. You have to figure out how you're going to make more money. You have to figure out how your life is going to change. Your standards are a part of that. Number 10, daily rituals. Wake up early, learn something, connect to like-minded people, work out, do whatever it is you have to do that's going to allow you to get closer to your goals. Number 11, accountability. Find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group. Number 12, the power of focus. Build habits so that your habits are not based on your motivation. You have to be disciplined. You're not going to get up motivated every day for 6 months. You're not going to feel like doing something every day for 6 months. That's why you have to build a habit to where you get up and you automatically do it no matter what. Number 13, the power of celebration. Make sure you're celebrating your small wins, but you're not spending money to do it. The small wins are based off of learning something, a goal that was accomplished that you like, oh my God, I've actually read this book. I've done this. But these are celebrations in your mind, not your pocketbook. Number 14, the power of contribution. Find ways to add value to other people's lives. Other people are going to see the changes in you and they're going to think, this person has helped me more than they know, and they're going to start spreading the word for you. This is how you actually build your audience. This is how you build your clientele. This is how you build your circle. People are going to appreciate things that you're doing because you're doing them to add value to other people's lives. Number 15, the power of decisiveness. Change things slowly, but make that decision fast. Make sure that you sit down and you figure out what you need to change, decide on it, and then start the process and give yourself time to make that process work. And number 16, gratitude. Be thankful for what you have, for what you've accomplished, for all of your challenges in life, because that is what made you who you are today. Without everything that you've been through, you would not be the person that you are. You wouldn't have the knowledge, you wouldn't have the strength, you wouldn't have the courage. So just be sure to understand that life happens and it's okay. You're going to get up tomorrow and you are going to keep working on you. So I hope that this has helped you in some way. I really am for the 6-month plan because no one knew I was even doing it. I just started doing it. And it has changed my life. It has made me realize that the negative talk, the drama, and all that is not worth it. Getting up every day without having to, know what I'm doing and really focus on it is amazing. The only thing that people see me doing mostly is my Verado stairs. I have a goal to do 52 stairs trials within this year. And I post when I go. That's the only thing. But nothing else behind the scenes has been told. And it is very empowering for me to be working on myself and to have worked with others and have grow and build, and people not even have judgment on me because they don't even know what I'm doing. They can't judge anything that they don't see. So make sure that you are inspiring yourself and you are pouring into yourself and you're learning, and you don't have to tell everybody about it. So if you haven't already, please like, share, follow me. And I hope that this video has helped you in some way. And if you really want to get more information or you need help through the process, you can reach out to me at www.thestacyjewelfoundation.org. And I will definitely help you with this 6-month plan. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.